Welcome to today's episode of our Let's Talk Tri-Delta podcast. I'm your host, Lexi Legs, and I serve Tri-Delta as the Program Development Specialist. Over the past 25 years, through our partnership with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we've had the privilege of hearing so many inspiring stories of strength, resilience, and hope from incredible survivors. Today, we are honored to introduce to you one more, Texas Tech Junior and Tri-Delta sister from our Phi Eta Chapter, Ella Steubing. At just 13 years old, Ella was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a battle that has shaped her into the remarkable person that she is today. I am truly excited and honored to have Ella here with us to share more about her journey. So welcome to the podcast, Ella.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Good, good. Where are you zooming in from today?
Home, so Dallas, Texas.
Okay, so not too far from me. So you're enjoying this rain right now too.
Yes,
Not
yes.
enjoying it. Absolutely. Well, great. Well, so happy to have you as I've shared. I hesitate to start off by talking about cancer first, but I do feel like it has truly shaped you and your decision. So I do think we should start there. But maybe take us back a little bit before that. So you're 13 and you're living your life as a normal teenager. Tell us about your life before your diagnosis.
Yeah, so well, I was just a happy teenager. I was heading into eighth grade that year, and I have a sister named Kate and brother named Jack. We're triplets, so we're very close. And yeah, so I spent the most of my time with my friends, playing sports, basketball, volleyball, and I attended camp every summer.
Oh, nice. Absolutely. I love that. So very involved. As somebody that is not athletic myself, I admire everyone that does all of that, especially
I'm somewhat athletic, but
I love that. So then, can you tell us more about what happened prior to your diagnosis and how you responded to that diagnosis?
yeah, so my symptoms really snuck up on me. It was the day before my first day of eighth grade. My mom rented a volleyball court at this place called Field House, and me and my friends were going to go up there and, play volleyball since we had volleyball tryouts the first day of eighth grade. And so me and my friends went to go play volleyball, and I was going up for a serve, and then I just collapsed to the ground. I was in so much pain, like it was just like out of nowhere, and can't even describe the pain because it's just undescribable. It hurt. It hurt a lot. But yeah, I couldn't walk. So my mom had to like carry me to the car, and we went to the ER, and they did scans and all of that, and they couldn't find anything. And so they gave me a couple shots to help with pain, and then they sent me home. And then that night, it was around like 3 a.m., I just kept tossing and turning in bed. I was in so much pain still. And that's when my mom took me to Baylor Scott and White in the middle of the night. And we went there. They did MRI, a CT scan. They did all these different kind of scans on me and blood work, and they still didn't detect anything. They misdiagnosed me and all that. And so that happened. They sent me home, gave me some pain medication. And then that morning, sorry, it gets really emotional. I couldn't feel my legs. Like my whole body was numb. Um, yeah, it was just really scary. So I like screamed at my mom, like, I can't feel anything. I can't walk. I can't feel my legs. And so she called my dad, and my dad came to the house and he carried me into the car. We went to the pediatrician's office, and my pediatrician knew something was wrong. So we went to the children's hospital, and they found out that there was a tumor compressing against my spinal cord, which led me to be numb, and which my nerves and all that. And so the surgeon said I only have a number of hours until I will be permanently paralyzed. And so surgery. They did surgery that night, and they took most of the tumor out, but not all of it since it was wrapped around my spinal cord, and they didn't want to cause me to be like permanently paralyzed. And so they detected that it was Ewing sarcoma.
Yes, absolutely. And how impactful. I can only imagine how scary that must have been for you to have gone through that. So thank you so much for sharing that and reliving that for a moment, just to kind of let us know what that experience was like for you.
Yeah.
Um, for our listeners that may not know, can you explain a little bit about Ewing sarcoma?
Yeah. Yeah, Ewing sarcoma is a rare, aggressive, and highly metastatic bone cancer. It primarily affects children and young adults, and it's a type of cancer that begins as a growth of cells in the bones and soft tissue around the bones. And Ewing sarcoma can happen mostly in children at any age, but it's mostly common in children. It usually begins in the leg, but mine was in the spine. And so it metatastasized to my lungs. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what life was like after that for the next few years, your
Yeah.
treatment?
So after surgery to confirm I had Ewing's, I had to go through intense chemotherapy, physical therapy, and intense chemotherapy and physical therapy. And I started for a year, and I also did radiation to get most of the tumor out since they couldn't get it during surgery. It was the hardest thing I had to go through. I lost all my hair, lost all my eyebrows, eyelashes, everything. And I lost some of my friends, and just overall my identity. It was just really hard, to be with friends during all that because I was just very like, scared and, it was hard for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely at that age too, having to navigating friendships is already one challenge, but then you throw something in that is as monumental as this, and I can only imagine. So definitely understand that impact it could have had for you. Can you tell us about your experience at Texas Tech? You are
Yeah.
Delta there. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey and
Yes.
what brought you to Tridel?
I chose Texas Tech because my mom went there and she graduated there, and I love the campus. I just love the campus. It's beautiful. And they have a really good nursing program, which I eventually want to do. Still figuring it out. But yeah, I chose Tri Delta not only because of their philanthropy, but I went through recruitment, and all the girls were just so uplifting and so sweet. And, I could sense their sisterhood was so strong. And that's ultimately why I picked Tri Delta. And yeah, everyone's just awesome and amazing.
Absolutely. What are some of your favorite things to do with your sisters?
Well, we have like the events are really fun. Like we have Delta After Dark, and that's a really fun event. It's like country music, and you
Mhm.
raise funds for St. Jude and all that. And I actually live with some of my sisters in the house, so it's so fun. Like I met them.
Yes, I love that. And the experiences that you have with your chapter sisters definitely can shape just your whole college experience. I'm glad that you feel that support from fellow Tri Delta sisters and found a home away from home in Lubbock.
Yes.
So speaking of Phi Eta Chapter success with fundraising, can you tell us a little bit more about some of those events and some of the things that your chapter has been able to accomplish and this journey that we have?
So we have raised over $1 million for St. Jude at Tridel, which is amazing. I'm very happy with everyone and, their support and all that. And I'm happy that we could do that for St. Jude. And we have hosted events like Delta After Dark. Like I said, it's like a country little music event, and you can make s'mores, and there's activities, and people come in and they have to pay an amount of money, and that all the funds and proceeds go to St. Jude. And then we have another event hosted. It's called Delta House of Pancakes, and we raised $20,000 this year for that, which is awesome. And we make pancakes, and you can invite your friends and your family for that.
Yes, that is so exciting. $1 million raised. I mean, applaud you all for that. There are only a handful of chapters in Tri Delta that have made that accomplishment. So super excited for you all to have that. And we all know that House of Pancakes is one of Tri Delta's signature philanthropy events. Who knew that pancakes were loved by so many?
Yes.
Glad that you all are having so much success there. That is awesome. So you continue to advocate for cancer awareness and Ewing sarcoma now today. So can you tell us a little bit more about your advocacy work?
Yeah, so I share my story with a lot of advocating websites for sarcoma awareness, such as Cancer Buddy. It's an app where you meet other survivors or people going through, cancer, and it just it really helps to meet other people, who can understand what you went through and, give advice and just be there for each other and just know that they're not alone, and, they have other people who can, who you can meet. I've met some of my really good friends on there too.
Yeah.
And then there's this other website called Sarcoma Strong, and I have met a lot of girls on that and boys, and they're all so sweet and their stories are so inspiring. And it just, sharing my story, it really helps me spread awareness to other people and families because there's just a lot of people who have to go through this awful disease, and, hope is a really good thing to share.
Yeah. I love that. I love how you've taken that moment and decided that you would give back to others and help others through it. I think that speaks a testament to who you are as a woman. And I love that. I'm so
Yeah.
honored I get a chance to chat with you
Thank
about
you
it.
so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my story and help
So,
others.
yes. So I know you were sharing in your advocacy work, you support families and you've made friends that are also going through some struggles. And we've also recently learned that you are also supporting someone close to you in this moment. Can you share a little bit with us about your family member and your father and what's going on?
Yeah, so my father just got diagnosed with acute monocytic leukemia, and it was a shock to all of us. It's really scary to watch him go through that because, cancer is an awful thing, and my dad is my best friend. He's the strongest person I know, and I came home from Lubbock to be with him and to go see him at the hospital. And he just finished his first round of his chemotherapy regimen, and they're gonna do a bone marrow biopsy to see if the chemo worked. So I hope that, you can pray for over him and, just pray that he's okay and he'll be okay.
Yes, absolutely. We're definitely keeping him in your prayers, and we ask our
Thank you.
listeners as well do the same for us, and continue to uplift Ella as you go through these times.
Thank you.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you are today? How are things for you?
Yeah, so I am 6 years in remission, NED, which is no evidence of disease. I have to get scans once a year since usually 5 years is when it's rare for the cancer to come back. So I'm 6 years, and so they just want to give me, they want to do scans just, for precaution and, you know, all that. And so I have my scans in December, which I'm praying that they're clear. And so, yeah, but right now I'm doing really good. I'm mentally okay. And yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, we're excited for you. And yes, keeping you in your prayers, in our prayers as you move forward with your scans this next month as
Thank
well.
you.
What do you like to do for fun?
I love to go to the Texas Tech football games. It's my favorite time of the year. So fun. Tech's doing really good this
Good.
year. I love to go out with my friends to dinner and go on like road trips. And I like to go to like concerts too, like country concerts. Super
Okay.
fun.
I love that. Who's your favorite country artist?
Love Luke Bryan
Okay, nice.
and Zach Bryan.
Okay, so both of them. I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you seen either of them in concert?
I've seen Luke Bryan, yes,
Okay.
and I loved him. He's so good.
Cool. Are you a Swiftie?
I do. I love Taylor
Are
Swift.
you? Okay. Have you
Oh,
gotten a chance to see her?
I went to the Reputation concert and that was
Okay.
so
Gotcha.
good. I wanted to go to the Eras so bad, but I was on the waiting list so many times and they never picked me.
It's
But
really
it's okay.
complicated. It's okay.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
I
It seems
watched the
like it
movie,
keeps
so it's
going. So
fine.
good. You got the experience.
Yes.
Yes, with all the craziness. So I love that. I'm glad that you still find time to do the things that you love, especially when
Yes.
you have a busy schedule as a nursing major too. I can only imagine. That is awesome. Well, Ella, you seem just fantastic and super awesome and resilient. Do you have any advice for people that are going through hardships?
Yes. So what helped me was leaning on my family and faith for support. Like it's okay to talk your feelings out and it's just really healthy with healing as well. So,
Absolutely. Finding your support system and really leaning on them. That's what it's all about.
yes.
Yes. What's next for you?
Well, I'm just trying to get through college and I'm just gonna keep supporting my dad while he's going through this and, pray that he'll be okay. So right now I'm at that point where I'm just gonna be by my dad for this semester and, we'll see how he's doing. And yeah.
All right, good, good. I love to hear that. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you graciously sharing more about your story and your bravery and your kindness as you continue to advocate for others and support others who are going through similar things that you're gone through. So I just think that talking to you has been really inspirational, and I thank you so much for making the time for us today.
Thank you for having me and allowing me to share my story. Really means a lot.
Of course, absolutely. Well, in our 25 years of partnership, TriDelta has raised over $100 million for the children and families of St. Jude. TriDelta is the first nonprofit partner and the fifth corporate partner overall to achieve this milestone. We join the ranks of companies such as Domino's, Best Buys, and Chili's in this incredible category, and we are very much aware that there's still a tremendous amount of work ahead of us. We continue to raise funds and advocate for this vital cause, one pancake dinner, dodgeball tournament, 5K, and a letter at a time, until we help to fulfill the dream of our St. Jude founder, Danny Thomas, that no child will die in the dawn of life. Please consider donating to the mission of St. Jude. You can do so by heading to tridelta.org/philanthropy to donate and learn more about our commitment to this cause. Also, we ask that you please like, subscribe, and rate our podcast. We love 5-star ratings. Thank you all so much for joining us. And until next time, I'm Lexi Legs, Delta Love.